In 1965, Osachifo Kwame Nkrumah wrote a book called Neo-Colonialism, the last stage of imperialism. In this book, Kwame Nkrumah lays out the grand master plan for Europe and America's recolonization of Africa, and did it elaborately. The Western world read that book and said, this man has to go.
And Neo-Colonialism, two of his major works. Well, Africa Must Unite, I mean, the title says it all, and that message is still valid today. But Neo-Colonialism was in part responsible for the coup, because it exposed, you know, the workings of international finance capital in Africa, actually gave charts showing the network of these big foreign companies that were exploiting Africa's resources. And that was probably the final straw in deciding this dangerous man has got to be removed, you know. We cannot have Africa united or in control of its own resources. So that was a factor, because it had such an impact in America. The American government immediately stopped aid to Ghana when that book was published, yes, and lodged a very strong diplomatic complaint, you know, through their embassy in Accra, complaining about the book. I don't know any other book, really, that has created such a political stir as that one.
Challenge of the Congo?
Well, that wasn't perceived as such a great threat. You see, it was concentrated on the Congo. It did expose Union Miniere, you know, and how the Belgian company had exploited the Congo's wealth. But this book was really dynamite. And but it was the final straw in a big build-up that had been going on for some time against his policies, and especially his Pan-Africanism, which was perceived as a great threat. I think it is still perceived as a threat, because once Africa is united, it'll be in control of its own resources. And that's the last thing, really, that these economic interests want.